Yo, 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 it's East Coast Snow, and today we're going to be going over whether or not you should get the New England Pass in 2023-2024 ski season. We're going to be going over the prices, we're going to be going over the maps, we're going to be going over the blackout dates and everything. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so this is probably the most expensive pass on the East Coast. The Platinum Pass is almost $1,800, the Gold Pass is $1,400, and the Silver Pass is over $900. And then they also have the Bronze and the Nitro, which is almost $700, and then over $450 for the Nitro. So with the Platinum Pass, you get an IKON base pass. Now, if you don't know what the IKON base pass is, you can see you get these mountains and these benefits and these blackout dates. I did a video on this pass. I definitely go suggest checking it out. But with this New England Pass Platinum, you also get one of those IKON base passes. Now you also get 12 friend tickets at 25% off, 3 days each at Pleasant Mountain, Big Sky, Brighton, and other Western Boyne resorts. You also get 50% off additional days at Boyne Resorts, 50% off Mountain Collective Resorts, 15% off shopping and dining, and up to 15% off resort lodging. Now the benefits for all of them are just about the same. However, you obviously don't get an IKON pass with the gold, silver, or bronze, or nitro, but you get all the other benefits with them as well. Now, the other thing is with the platinum and the gold, you don't have any blackout dates. Now that's kind of important, of course, if you're a weekday warrior, if you go to the mountains a lot, but with the silver one, you do get a couple blackout dates along with the bronze and nitro passes. There's also college and college silver prices, so you can check that out as well. So what are the mountains on the pass? It's Sunday River, Sugarloaf, and Loon. Just those three mountains except for the platinum. So let's check them out. So the first one we got is Sunday River. At 139 trails, 19 lifts, and 884 acres, we have Sunday River. This is 8 peaks. It is an insanely big mountain. I think this is much bigger than Killington, and it might be one of the biggest mountains on the East Coast. It has so many diamonds, so many double diamonds. You can see this is a peak that's kind of right here on this face. But there's just so many trails at this mountain, and it is so large. We've never been there, but obviously this is a place we like to go, and definitely a great destination on the East Coast. You can see it's got 6 terrain parks, it's 3 miles wide, 19 lifts, 6 high-speed lifts, and it's got a 2300 vertical. So this place is definitely a place to check out. Now let's see what the other ones are on the pass. The second mountain on the pass is Sugarloaf Mountain. This is home to 162 trails, 13 lifts, and 1,200 acres. Sugarloaf is absolutely huge. This doesn't have as many peaks, however, it has an insane amount of trails and a massive amount of backcountry. This place is insane. You can see at the top here, it's full of double diamonds and diamonds, and over here, this is all backcountry, as you can see. So they also have this top right front side or snowfield side, which is like right here on the top peak of the mountain, I guess like the top left. But this mountain is absolutely insane. It's huge and definitely a mountain to check out on the East Coast as well. Let's check out the last mountain on this pass. So the final mountain we got is Loon Mountain. It has 61 trails, 10 lifts, and 370 acres. Now that doesn't sound too promising, but it could be. Let's check it out. So this is Loon Mountain. Loon Mountain looks pretty good. It's got 3 peaks just looking at it here, and then it's also kind of got this big bottom side here, which is nice, but definitely a spread out mountain. Looks like it can't get too crowded, and you could like spread out between places. But there's a bunch of diamonds up here on the top left and a little here on the right. There's doubles over here on the right and a bunch of diamonds as well. So it could be more difficult, but definitely not a lot of greens, mostly blacks and blues and some doubles, which is good because you don't want to go to mountains that have a lot of greens and stuff, of course, if you're an expert skier or snowboarder. Now this one's obviously the smallest one on the pass. 61 trails is kind of small, but in my opinion, this definitely looks pretty big and spread out, and it doesn't look too crowded, like some mountains where there's just a ton of trails that are super small and they're not actually full length. But these are actually full length trails and they're pretty good, and they're definitely difficult with black diamonds and doubles, even though it might be a smaller mountain on the pass. So this pass is pretty cut and dry. It's Sunday River, Sugarloaf, and Loon. They're three not bad mountains. Loon's definitely the worst because it's the smallest. They kind of just throw that one on there. But Sunday River and Sugarloaf are definitely destination mountains on the East Coast. If you haven't skied these in your lifetime, you have to eventually. We haven't yet, but obviously we will get to it because these are the biggest mountains on the East Coast. I know Killington's a big one too, but it's only 6 peaks, and Sunday River is bigger than that with 8 peaks. Sunday River and Sugarloaf are both in Maine, and then Loon's in New Hampshire. But this is definitely a unique pass for a unique skier that only really skis like these 3 mountains. Or if you're going to get the Platinum, you're also going to get the IKON base pass, so you're going to get a bunch of other mountains on the East Coast as well and around the world. However, for the average skier, if you're not going to get the Platinum pass and you're thinking about just getting these 3 mountains, this could be a pass to consider. Even if you're only going to do 3 or 4 trips up to these places, it might be worth it to spend the $1,300 or $1,400 because you might spend $2,000 on day and weekend passes, just skiing there. Now remember, you don't have to spend the full $1,400 or whatever. You can get a silver, or you could even get a bronze pass where you get some blackout dates, but you could still ski these mountains on the weekdays, so it wouldn't be bad to consider if you're a weekday warrior. So would I get this pass? The truth is, I would get this pass years down the line if I had already skied in most of the mountains. This would definitely be a good pass to consider because you can get the IKON pass with it, and you get these mountains that are like the 2 biggest mountains on the East Coast. Considering just the fact you can go to these 2 as well as get an IKON pass with no blackout dates, it would be a great thing to consider if you're a weekday warrior or if you're a diehard skier and you just ski so much, like almost 100 days a season. This would definitely be a pass to consider. If you guys like me going over these ski pass videos on the East Coast, I like doing them and learning about them and sharing the information with you guys. So comment below if you have any questions or comments or whatever. East Coast Snow out.